Well, I'd like to talk about articulation, jazz articulation a little bit now. This is something I find myself talking to a lot of students about. I think particularly bebop articulation. One of the common misconceptions is that is the swing feel in jazz. A lot of people, when they first learn it, are playing a triplet feel regardless of the tempo. And I think what's important to understand is that depending on the tempo, the triplet feel has more or less influence. And sort of the traditional sense of the groove is that at a slower tempo, you're playing a true triplet. At a medium tempo, you're sort of playing in between a straight eighth and a triplet, and at a faster tempo, you're playing straight. Okay, and I'll demonstrate each of those. This is a blues at a slower tempo. Now I'm going to jump ahead and play a medium blues tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'll play a real up tempo, and this will be even eighth now. 1, 2, Here are some suggestions on how to practice jazz eighth notes on the saxophone. The first thing is to get the articulation, which is to tongue the upbeats to the downbeats. Ta ta ta. So this is the tempo. Ta 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 ta. So you're never, except for the first downbeat, you're never tonguing the downbeat. You're tonguing the upbeats. And so it sounds like this. And I'm not going to swing them. I'm going to play them straight A's. This is on a D major scale. Now notice how everything is legato. So what I have my students do a lot is play just slurred, and then with the jazz, what I call jazz articulation. Okay, so here's slurred. And here's with the jazz articulation without swinging it. All right. So how much now, once you have that tonguing, that type of tonguing together where you don't have to think about it, then we introduce the triplet feel depending on the tempo. Because what happens is when you do both the triplet feel and the articulation, a lot of younger students particularly have a hard time coordinating that. So we'll separate out those two, just practice the articulation. Once you can make that as the articulation as smooth as the slur, then we'll do the triplet. So at a slower tempo, that would be this. At a medium tempo, less swung, less triplety. fast tempo, we play the same articulation but with an even eighth. And so by practicing articulations separate at first from the triplet feel, then we can apply the swing feel as is appropriate.